Before you. That was terrible. All my life was a cappella. Before you. All my life was a cappella. Now a symphony's the only thing I see. Or now a symphony's the only song to sing. Y'all, God gave me so many talents, but singing's not one of them. But let me tell you something that happened tonight. Welcome. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lynette, and I'm a professional intuitive empath. And that song has been dancing around my head all night. That song, as well as Keith Urban's Making Memories of Us, has been dancing around my head all night. And my angel said that there were two messages that I had to do and bring it to you. Now, they're messages about love. And for my divine feminines, y'all know that I don't bring you messages like that unless I'm really downloaded with them, because I don't believe in false hope and I really love our independence and our ferocity. But the angels sang to me all night, so much so that I went and watched the videos from Khalees's record Kaleidoscope, her album Kaleidoscope, but the song is called Acapella, and it was just one of my favorite songs. And it has cool visuals and stuff like that. I will say, out of Khaleesi's videos, it's probably not my favorite of the visuals. I wanted her to do so much more with color in it, but she did a great job, I will say. Khaleesi's a Leo, and she was married to Nas. Nas, All I Need Is One Mic, for many years. But here's the reason that I think she came into my memory today, because I just found out about 20 minutes ago, before I started to do this video, that her husband passed away today from stomach cancer. He was 37 years old. I am not making this video because of that, but I get how the collective consciousness works, and I get how my gift works. And I was channeling her all day and I didn't know why. It wasn't my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That's another one that we all know Khalees for. Or I'm bossy. That's another one that we know her for. Very Leo energy in that. But acapella was what I was hearing, because someone is falling in love. And I love love. And if you're not falling in love with a person, you're falling in love with a business or with an idea. So first I want to stop and say to Mike Moore, which was her husband. Her husband, who she met, who was of Colombian descent. They found each other. It was her person. They moved to somewhere and got a farm. She is actually a chef. I love her energy. Very Leo. I relate to that. I've been down that journey, a trained chef classically, and she makes food content now more than music. And she found her rebirth and got out of an abusive relationship that she was in with Nas. And she's just recently had a couple kids with this husband that passed away. So I want to tip my hat to his energy and the fact that love is all that we see and know. Even when we cross over, she is loved. Before him, maybe her life was a cappella. That song a cappella was written about love of all kinds. But the twist in the song, if you watch the video, is that at the end of it, she says something about my heart. Like, what did she say? I pulled up the lyrics because, I'm terrible with singing, but I can definitely read a lyric. And she says, "You've got the drum in my heartbeat, bass and guitar lead stuck on the notes you play. My heart that you play on red like a crayon. I can't walk away." It's such a beautiful, brilliant play on words. But what you see there are these two little tiny feet sticking out from her sides, and she has her baby like in a baby Bjorn tied to her back, and it was her first child. And so the song is really to him, though it could easily be a dance pop soundtrack. It's definitely kind of like of the Azalea Banks esque pre Azalea Banks energy, very kind of like club underground, that kind of energy, and rave, and it's amazing. And definitely, if you've ever done ecstasy, if you've ever partied, or you've ever been drunk, that's a song you want to hear. So much so it led me into Sonique. Your love, it feels so good. That song, because it has that same energy, right? Acapella is a little bit more upbeat than that. But I had this whole playlist today. So I started out with Keith Urban's Making Memories of Us. I really feel like I'm channeling some emotions that Khalees may be feeling about her husband. But wow, he was a man that loves her. So I will make that video for someone else and do the reading. But I had to stop and do the tarot channeling. I'm going to pull a few cards. We're going to talk about this. But the energy that I heard was someone here, a divine feminine, and even maybe a masculine that's a soulmate. You know, sometimes after we get those pesky twin flames out of the way, we come into higher level soulmates that really can do us right. And I'm hearing before you all my life. My whole life was a cappella. Let's talk about what a cappella is. A cappella is a stripped down singing technique. And we hear it a lot on the duets and things that are on TikTok where someone is singing and they're not harmonizing, they're just singing with no music and it's quiet, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful because you get to hear the rawness of someone's voice. But Khalees, being a musician, is making this analogy. She's saying before her son was in her life, before love was in her life, before growth was in her life, her whole life was a cappella, meaning it was this one intonation, this note. And yes, it was music. And yes, there was words to be heard and lyrics, and there was something that moved her. But she says, now a symphony is the only song I sing. I want you to think about the texture and the richness of a symphony. Being a band nerd myself and having played many instruments, I had someone ask me recently, I forgot who it was, but they said, what instruments do you play? And the instruments that I play are, I played clarinet. I was really good at clarinet for many years. I played alto sax in marching band, and in jazz band, I played bari sax, and I also play piano. So I read music, and reading music is like a whole nother language, and it's an incredible thing. But I understand what Khalees says when she says, now a symphony is the only thing I can sing. There is an oboe in a symphony, and there is a cellist, and there is a violin, and there is a trombone, and there is a French horn. Oh my God, the French horn is so beautiful and can sound so horrible too. And there is a trumpet, and there are timpanis, and there is a conductor, and it's a symphony, and there are woodwinds, and there is percussion, and there are wind instruments. It's so beautiful. Acapella is nice. Acapella is beautiful too. The singularity of the thing, the magic that one voice can bring, but a symphony is the only thing I hear. Let's get into the lyrics. She says in these lyrics, I was walking, I was living, my melody was acapella. There's a beat I was missing. No tune or scale I could play. No sound in the distance, no orchestra playing together. Like a boat out to sea, the silence was too deafening. So come and revive me. I can't feel my heartbeat. It's just me surviving alone. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. And that's the part where I can't sing it so high. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Now a symphony's the only song to sing. And then what she does towards the end of it as she layers in all this rich texture and harmony. It's incredible. I suggest you go listen to it because someone here knows what it is to want to sing a symphony. It's a beautiful thing to fall in love with your business, with your baby, with a new idea, with a new house, with a new person. And you realize that we are living in this one dimensional energy. And that's what she's describing here. She says, everything was the same. One color was just like the others, an assembly routine. My memories were all black and white till I stopped overthinking and decided to draw back the curtains, and I clear all the cobwebs and began to let in the light. So come and revive me. I can't feel my heartbeat. It's just me surviving alone. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Now a symphony's the only song to sing. There's something powerful that happens when we are letting love in, when we're bringing love in, when our ancestors and angels are bringing love to us. But see, that's the funny thing about love is it costs something. Tonight I hold space for Khalees as she is mourning a man that came into her life and bought her peace, and he was gorgeous. I don't say that in vanity. I say that with humanity. He was a good soul. I watched them together because I loved her cooking content as a chef myself. I enjoyed that. And I imagine that this song could be quite applicable to him, though it was written for her son, as she did describe in interviews from years ago. My favorite part is where she switches up the tempo, as love will cause us to do, and she says, you got the drum in my heartbeat, bass and guitar lead stuck on the notes you play. My heart that you play on, red like a crayon. I can't walk away. And she repeats that. Red, the color red, associated with our root chakra, associated with family, associated with balance, associated with finances, associated with passion, associated with grounding. Red, like the clay that I have lived on in times in my life. Red, like the blood that we bleed, the platelets that come out of us. Red, like the passion that we see when someone that we love causes anger or creates in our life a filigree of emotions. Filigree, the curly cues, the special things, the places that we want to know. You've got my drum. You've got the drum in my heartbeat, bass and guitar lead stuck on the notes you play. My heart that you play on is red like a crayon, and I can't walk away before you. My whole life was a cappella. Now a symphony's the only song to sing. Ah, before you. My whole life was a cappella. Have you ever been in a situation where love comes to you and you wake up and you realize like you've never seen anything so beautiful? Have you ever done a hallucinogenic drug, maybe ayahuasca or acid, and then you see how the world was meant to be? I remember doing acid when I was a late teen, and someone in our town got a hold of it, as acid comes through towns that way, you know. Drugs are funny, they're not often dependable, and those kinds specifically weren't. But I got really good acid and it was incredible. It was one of the first times that I tapped fully into my psychic gifts, and I remember doing the acid with a kid named Will, a teenager, and he was so brilliant, so intelligent, one of the smartest guys I ever knew. And we had this telepathic communication where we talked to each other for hours and we were on acid. And yes, it is true. But I saw the way that animation was created, because what happens is things became pixelated and it looked like a cartoon. Everything became 3D and 5D. The world became cartoons. The trees looked like things in cartoons. It was amazing. And my friend's arm was melting, and the Jimi Hendrix poster came to life. And I couldn't look in the mirror because I didn't look right. That's a big tell. Be careful looking in the mirror when you're on acid. Things are very strange. But what I will tell you is, it wasn't that I was insane, it was that I was unlocking the psychedelic other part of myself, similar to people that go on the ayahuasca journeys. I was working with a client tonight that recently did an ayahuasca journey with her spouse, and they were able to dig deep into some ancestral stuff and heal things. But what I will tell you is, when you are on acid, for those of you that may never do it, you will see things completely differently, and the world comes alive, and it does so vibrantly. It is a kaleidoscope of colors, it is trails of colors, it is things in slow motion, it is things speeding up, it is you having perceptions and understandings that do more than fill your cup, they blow your mind open. And that's the same thing that happens when you fall in love. It is a deluge of dopamine and endorphins. It is serotonin. It is synapses firing. Everything wakes up. And one day your life is a cappella, and it is one note, and it is singular, and that's okay. And you're living with it, and you're thinking nothing, and it's black and white. And then the next day, a symphony is the only thing that will bring you happiness and that shines the light. A symphony, it must be many. There are many things happening when love lights us up. And I love that energy today of Khalees that came in before you. My whole life was a cappella. Now with symphonies, the only thing I see. The first card out, fascinating enough, is this. I'm going to read authentically. It's the card of loss. Can you guys see that? The card of loss. Wow. Oh, wow. The channel message that I'm getting with this is that I hate this, guys. Y'all know I hate this. It's turning my stomach. I hate it. I'm going to give it to you, though, because I'm obedient. So, your divine masculine or somebody that messed up in your life, wow, their whole life was a cappella. Now, a symphony is the only thing they can see. I know that because the boat here is blush. That color red, red like a crayon, but red, a derivative of red is blush, a stripped down red, if you will. But you're gone, and you're sailing on, and someone is stuck. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get this up here better. Someone is stuck and tethered to whatever they connected themselves to. But they are not sailing away. I'm hearing sail away, sail away, sail away. They are not free like you. The wind is in your sails, Divine Feminine, and you are sailing into a horizon where a symphony of saturated light is all you see. The sun is rising, but it's setting for he. Oh, girls, y'all. Oh, come on here, man. I thought it was going to be all juicy and lovey. Come on, what else? Before you, my whole, oh my gosh, y'all. God, they're going to make me work tonight. Yep, these are the cards that flipped over. I'm going to take them. I got 3. The next card that flipped over was this, Dark Thoughts. Someone wants to set themselves free. Can you see that? Dark Thoughts. I'm trying to get my fingers out of here. Dark Thoughts. Someone is trying to walk through a labyrinth. Someone's dealing with their shadow side. Someone is not understanding. Yeah, they're definitely living in an a cappella life. Now that you're gone. This is so interesting to me, and it's not the message I thought I was going to get, but I know it's the message because the next card is Kindred Partnership. This is when a symphony is all you see. So someone here is walking into this. Kindred Partnership. Can you guys see that there at the bottom? Kindred Partnership. This is a kaleidoscope of colors. There's even a rainbow in the distance. This is levity. This is air. This is being taken into a different place. And let's clarify the mask, which came up too. Someone's hiding their face. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Now with symphonies, the only thing I see. Clarify the mask. Thank you. The sun is shining for you. Divine Feminine, the sun is shining. Card of Leo, associated with August. Infinite. But you know what's so interesting? Look at the parallel here. Different card, different deck, but do you see the ship in the background? There's a parallel there. Clarify the ship. Huh. Justice. Balance and fairness. After, I'm hearing 2 ships crossing in the night, star-crossed lovers, things that were never right. I'm hearing now it's balanced, things are being brought back to life. This is the card representative of divorce, but also it's the card representative of regeneration and new life. With the color green there, we're dealing with Archangel Raphael, we're dealing with our heart chakra, we're dealing with healing. You have healed, Divine Feminine, and now a symphony will be the thing you see. Clarify the energy. Yeah. And here's the parallel. Here's the balance, because Libra is the scales of justice. Someone else feels this. Abandoned. Left out in the cold. Left for dead. No longer welcomed. Someone can't get out of their head. I hope you guys can see that. The 5 of Pentacles. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Huh. Someone wants to fight for their stability again, because you bought in stability. The Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. You bought in stability. Clarify what's coming in for my Divine Feminine. If you watched my last video, I gave a talk about her, the High Priestess. Knowledge. Something that was destined. Here she is scrolling over the book of life, almost like she's reading Braille. Before you, your whole life was a cappella. Now a symphony is the only thing you see. You are the Empress. Woo! This is what I talked about. Continuity in the reading. And the star card, you are absolutely healing. Okay? So what I'm telling you guys is that you guys are manifesting a symphony. You're manifesting a love and a valued love that understands you and sees you, but they also see you as their symphony. So there's all of these mirrored messages. Someone is losing something because they were not valuing it, or they would not untether themselves from something that was only going to be an albatross and an anchor. You make that work for your story, and they're watching you sail away, sail away, sail away, and they cannot join you because they refuse to join you. And so now, what does that mean? Does that mean you don't sail off into new horizons and you don't have new experiences? Your heart was closed down for a lot of time because of many different instances, and now you get your a cappella to transform into a symphony. Let's clarify the energy. What does Divine Feminine need to know? Yeah, I love this for you. New supportive connections are coming in for you, Divine Feminine. Can you see that? There are new supportive connections are coming in for you. And you know why? Because you did this. You took the honoring path. You see that red? What does it say in her lyrics? I read it to you. Red like a crayon, and I talked about it. You took the honoring path. What you did wasn't easy. But now I'm hearing I live for the applause. It's not out of vanity, but you're getting your flowers. There is synchronicity, and you are being seen. You're entering into a world stage. You are living your dream because you did this. They said you did the healing light. You did what was right. You sacrificed. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Someone is living in a victim mentality, poverty consciousness, depressed, underwater, can't sleep, restless, self destructive, because they didn't realize you were a symphony. Oh my gosh, wow. Next card, consciousness of lack. My God, I can't make it up. A consciousness of lack, poverty consciousness. But they said divine feminine, don't look back. What's her symphony? Ah, the partner coming in for you, divine feminine, is a teacher. This is definitely someone from your Akashic records. Maybe a little May December, maybe a little age difference too. But someone that is sexy to you, but they are a teacher. And I like that because you are a learner, right? Divine Feminine, you like to be edified, and often you are in the position of the teacher. Do you see the mirroring that's happening in this reading tonight? The person once didn't realize you were a symphony. Now their life is just a cappella. And now you have someone that's coming in as you've been living an a cappella life because someone would not give you your just due. So you moved on and you did you. And now you're getting every single thing you wanted. New supportive connections. So if this is a business, if this is a baby, if this is a house, if this is a partner, you're getting everything you wanted and they will be a teacher to you. But if it is physical and it is romantic, it is going to be someone who is sexy to you. Sapiosexuals, are you with me? Someone here is manifesting someone that matches them intelligently and is very capable of connecting with them in communication, but also giving them lessons. Because Divine Feminine, didn't we always find ourselves in the position of being the lesson giver and of having to sacrificially give to people that were not listeners? We are listeners. We are obedient. Because what the person doesn't know that is standing on the shore in the lost card was to leave them there was probably your greatest point of despair. That was not what you wanted to do, but your angels instructed you and you listened. And now your life will be a symphony. Look at how happy this person is as they are unearthing the books. This is the baby high priestess before she gets a deeper look. And it doesn't hurt to have a sexy teacher. The universe is funny that way. They'll bring in soulmates that are attractive, whether you're consummating it or not, so that you pay attention. Girl, look how much she's paid attention. She's like, this is the most interesting book I have ever seen in my life. Look at these words. These words are sparkling, they are glittering. My goodness, it's a kaleidoscope of knowledge. She is delighted. And that teacher's just standing there being sexy for no reason, girl. And you know who orchestrated it? The Ascended Masters. The card is right here. I didn't have to shuffle. The Ascended Masters, right here, which would be associated with the number 333, even though there are four hands here. My goodness. And let's talk about what's in the hands. Okay. We have the all-seeing eye, which is in the shape of the pyramid. We have the figure 8 on its side, which is the infinity, which goes back to the 8th August. Okay, so there is a hearken for that month, specifically Leo energy, and or the month of August is being significant or pivotal. We have the lotus flower. We are opening, but from the mud we open. Come on. We were in the dregs of a situation. We were in the lack and poverty consciousness, and then we flipped it and reversed it and extracted ourselves from it. And then we have the dove of hope all lit up. Your ascended master stepped in, and that's how they're bringing you something that is a symphony. Clarify what else my divine feminine needs to know. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Let me tell you the card that just flipped. I can't make it up. The card of loss again. Someone misses you desperately. I hate to say that. And I will tell you guys, this is not for me. This is for you. This is not my situation at all. Someone misses you desperately. I can't help but notice what they anchored themselves to. Because the thing about it is they could so easily set themselves free. They're holding on, and quite loosely too, to this rope in their hand. Take a look at that. He's barely holding on to it. And he's out in the water, which is very telling. And there's movement around his pants. The artist wanted to depict that he was walking towards the boat, but he won't let go of the rope in his hand. Someone is stuck in their addictions. Someone is stuck in their indiscretions. Someone's stuck in a hell of their own making. Someone is unkempt. His shirt is wrinkled. Someone has let themselves go. And someone remembers when you were the sunlight that they used to know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only clouds when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. My heart almost breaks for this person. I don't know who this is for you, but it's a melancholic energy and attitude. They're broken. Now their life is a cappella. Whew. I can't make it up. The card that flips out is this, the loving woman. I don't know if you can see the words here. The loving woman. You are missed. You are missed. I'm going to clarify that. Yeah. Now I'm going to tell you about the mirror of this King of Cups. The man that loved you, or the partner that loved you, or the life that loved you before you struck out. Now look at this. Look at the parallel in the imagery here. My stomach is bothering me so much, guys. And it wasn't. I'm fine. Look at the parallel in the imagery here. Okay, so we have this guy, and he's in the water, right? You see him in the water there? I'll drop that. Do you see the King of Cups and how his feet are in the water? This is the same person. This is how this person felt when you were in their life. They felt lit up. They felt happy. They felt high. They felt like there wasn't anything they couldn't conquer, and they still love you. That's what I was told to tell you, is that they still love you. Clarify the loving woman. It's funny that they still love you, because this is what they gave you, was the King of Swords. This is narcissistic behavior, if ever there was. Why were they the King of Swords? And why is their life a cappella? Because they couldn't make up their mind. Okay, so this is definitely someone that was in a state of confusion. The Two of Swords is always confusion. This is someone that wouldn't make up their mind. They wouldn't show their hand. They were playing mind games with you. This is third parties. This is bad polyamory. You name it. This is all the stuff that makes you sick and that divine feminines won't tolerate. That's what people don't understand about us, is that when we get to a certain point, we'll just divest, because we have so much dignity. People don't think that, because we usually show up quite lovingly. We are what? This, the loving woman. We are there, we're giving everything, and they don't realize that we have a threshold where it's like, no, if you can't make up your mind, you already made a choice. Y'all, I can't even tell you the level of mad. Even I was all like sappy and feeling sorry for him when I saw that with the Two of Swords. I was like, oh fuck that. There is a part of me that literally is allergic to that kind of stuff. I don't give a damn what I look like. I don't give a damn what size I am. I don't give a damn what does Biggie say, skinny or fat or light skin or black. You will not try me with a third party. People underestimate that, and I think that was underestimated for you. It doesn't matter what I look like or what my mouth do or don't do. If I've been in your life, I've been a blessing to you. And for someone not to know that and to be like, I just can't make up my mind, I'm like, let me make it for you. You've already made the decision. And guess what? I'll be fine. Because here's the thing, this is what someone wanted you to be in. It's some wild competition. Like they were so magic, like they were it. Y'all, it's a hot mess. And the devil is a lie. Okay? Clarify that Five of Wands, guys. Yeah, they wanted you to collaborate with stupid polyamory. Didn't I tell you? The Three of Pentacles. They wanted you to collaborate. Now, here's what I will tell you this also means. This is somebody that's watching you still, or watching your social media, or stalking you, or paying attention. I got a flash of the Page of Swords earlier, and that's precisely what that means. So someone still very much checks up on you. I don't know if there are other boo knows they check up on you, but they are still checking up on you, okay? And again, now my story, that is not the way my day goes, but this is very much for someone here. Someone is stuck on you guys. Listen, this is the next card. They can't even get over it. They are stuck. You know what I think is happening here is that is someone's karma, is to be like stuck and in love with you while they were playing stupid games with you when they had you right in the palm of their hand, and now they're waiting for you. Don't break their heart. You know, I know the Three of Wands again with the threes here. You see the pattern and the synchronicity. The Three of Wands, they're waiting for you. They want to talk to you. This is a messenger bird. Someone wants to talk to you too. Before you, my whole life was a cappella, but here was the problem. Someone in your life was doing these shenanigans. Two of Wands, couldn't make up their mind. You see the symbology of him being tied to things? Again, but something set him free. Something was a bird in his hand, you know? Something that made him happy. One more, and now this is how you stand. Blocking and defending yourself. Seven of Wands. Paralleled with a bird there, but it's a black bird of ancestry. I made a video recently where I talked about crows being around me, and that is very spiritual. And I've learned to read all of those signs. And so you are being protected at this time because you're supposed to move on into a symphony. Oh, my sweet divine feminines, you are not supposed to stay in stagnancy trying to protect your her, him, or he, your they, them, or us, or whatever people's monikers are today. That was not your job. They can go their own way. Go their own way, right? All the bad songs, all the off tune, but the message is still getting to you. They did say it would be music tonight. Clarify why a symphony is what my sweet empaths and divine feminines will see. Well, it's because you got out of fragmented energy. Whoever you were around was making you freaking nuts. They were lowering your vibration. They were making you feel crazy. And it's because they couldn't make up their mind. And this is what was promised. And this is your symphony. New beginnings. Also, congratulations. Someone here who wants to conceive will be conceiving. I love to see the new beginnings. If you can see that there on the bottom of the card, new beginnings and the baby. Excellent. Clarify. So just like Khalees, remember I said it was like a little bit of a twist because we thought it was a love song, and at the end it is a love song, but it's to her new child. That's what woke her up to the symphony. Clarify what my divine feminines are walking into. Well, they're walking away from letting go, being pulled in different directions by somebody that they used to know. Yeah, you did have to cut them off. You did have to take their records and act like it was nothing because you're walking into your destiny. Do you see the door she's heading to? It's the one that's open, and it's the one that is also for you. Divine Feminine, in order to get to the symphony, you have to walk through the door, and you have to close some, and you have to let a few things go, and you have to get back to loving you. Creative endeavors, picking up artistry again, picking up things that make you sing and satisfy you. And the creative endeavor really was yourself. And that's what I'm getting here. Let me get some clarification on the creative endeavor. I'm going to pull two more and then I'm going to get out of here. Ah, you got my, what does she say? This is the card Four of Wands. This is like my favorite card in the deck, quite literally. Now, even though this is not regarding the other part of it, I don't have any like masculine energy that I'm tapped into regarding all of that. But what I will say is I so relate to this card regarding my best friend, even though this is a hand fasting situation. But for us it's platonic, but still so relate to this. And here's what I was told to say. The heartbeat part where she says, you've got my, I'm going to say it here and hold it to see. You've got the drum and my heartbeat, bass guitar lead stuck on the notes you play. My heart that you play on, red like a crayon. I can't walk away. Look at the red here, the red thread that connects them. Remember the red of the honoring path that came out in the card previously. Rewind it if you want to go back and see. There is a theme that's going on here. Red is also about endearing. These people are hand fasting each other. This is a marriage ceremony that was done for people in the LGBTQIA community when they could not have marriages that were honored back in the day. So they got married in their own way. And this is a set of lesbians. So here's a shout out to a same sex couple here, or you finding a partner that is of your same ilk in whatever capacity, whether it is same sex or if it's other sexuality in any gender or any whatever. You're going to find your person. That's what this card means to me. It's not just about the hand fasting or lesbians or whatever. It's about your unicorn, your alien, your whoever. So whether it's a bestie or if it's a lover or if it's a husband or if it's a wife or if it's a business or if it's manifesting the baby and the dream of your life, if it's a new house, if it's whatever. And I will read it again because they keep calling me to it. You've got the drum in my heartbeat, bass and guitar lead, stuck on the notes you play. My heart that you play on, red like a crayon. I can't walk away. It's so good. And she says it really quickly because it's a syncopated rhythm, which is a word that is used musically. And it speeds up that way and it almost feels a little off kilter, but it's exciting. It's almost like an irregular heartbeat, which is what happens when we fall in love. I love the Four of Wands. Be for you. My whole life was a cappella. Now with symphonies, the only song I sing. This is what happens when you find your person. Also, I pay attention to the autumnal tones in the background. This is definitely a hearken to the August September time. It's still not full fall foliage. There's still some green here. So this is definitely August September. So there's some significance here. Also, the colors that they're wearing are significant to me. This is definitely specifically for people that are coming into union with sexual energy. The blonde is wearing orange, which is the sacral chakra, which is about our sexual energy and creativity. The yellow is self-esteem, raising your vibration, solar plexus, okay? And then the red is that root chakra. So this is bottom chakra energy. This is definitely a sexual connection. Those three things are fully engaged when we're dealing with a sexual connection. And then I love the blue of the sky because what we're dealing with is the cerebral energy of our crown chakra and also throat chakra. Blue and purple are the colors associated with that, but and I'm mixing them up. But what I will tell you is this is a well communicated relationship that's coming in for you. This is someone who is feeling the same things that you do. It is no coincidence that I talked about the acid and the telepathy. That's something that you will share with this person, whether again it's bestie or it's husband or it's wife or it's whatever. You will share this kind of like kindred connection with them and expect something to come into fruition, specifically around the fall. Even the leaves here on the Four of Wands are of fall foliage for sure. And I'm hearing deciduous forest. So maybe even taking a trip with someone, traveling with someone where the seasons change. Also, the Four of Wands is associated with the number 1111, which is manifestation. So when you're seeing this video, I want you to start writing down what it is that you want to create or thinking about it or bringing it in. There will be a consummation of a relationship. That doesn't always have to be sexual. So if it's just a friendship, it could just be a really wonderful vacation or something together where it's like a lasting memory. If it is sexual, y'all, it's gonna be real sexual, okay? It's gonna be real sexual. Let me pull another card on the sexuality part because y'all know I love that. Let's see here. Let me see what you guys are getting into. I'm so jealous, divine feminines. Okay, let's see what you guys are getting into. Clarify the energy of that. Ooh, you got the heart that you play on, red like the crayon. I can't walk away before you. My whole life was a cappella. Now with symphonies, the only song I sing, the Ten of Cups. That's beautiful lovemaking, but it's also a beautiful connection. This is about communication. This is about transformation. These Ten of Cups having to do with high vibration, scorpionic energy. This is about coming together in collaboration with the community. People are going to be happy for you, divine feminine. I know a lot of us are used to spiritual warfare and people not being happy for us. People are going to be happy for you. People are going to be rooting for you. People are going to be celebrating you. You are going to be also, trips in your water are aspected here too. You are 100%, and slow and steady wins the race. This is not something to rush into. There is a tortoise here, and then I see a fish. So we're dealing with Piscean energy. The Piscean energy here is all about you having duality, but knowing that someone's going to anticipate your needs. Pisces are really renowned in their higher vibration for filling the cup or the vase of their person. If the person is a vessel, their love, they anticipate and fill every nook and cranny. And I'm hearing Justin Timberlake, it's like you're my mirror, you're right here looking back at me. That song is coming to mind. And then I'm hearing, I think that she knows, I think that she knows. Oh, oh, those flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit him, I just stop and stare. That's Justin Timberlake, bad off tune. But that is Flashing Lights. I can't think of the song, but it's really sexy because it starts off so, okay, this is about sexuality. This is about connection. This is about warming up to that moment. This is very interesting because that song starts out in like a fast pace. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy, and I can't play it on here because it will get copyright stricken, but it starts off in a fast-paced situation, and then it goes into one of the sexiest transitions I've ever heard in my life, and it like ebbs into this thing. And what it is him describing like love at first sight. It's him describing, Justin Timberlake is describing like knowing that the person that he's watching on the dance floor or the person that he's flirting with at the party, like, do they know that it's me? Okay, so this is a big hearken to your person. Ah, the symphony. The symphony is incoming. So it goes from this moment where he is singing, not just a cappella, but then he goes into all these beautiful harmonies. It's a fun kind of dance. It's from his 2020 experience, I think, and it's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to look it up right now because I cannot even. They said it was a music channeling, and so the music has come in, and I shall be obedient. Okay, so Justin Timberlake, I think she knows because as soon as I see the lyrics, I'm going to be able to give this to you because there's a feeling about this, and you need to listen to the song too, because it's so good. I think he was when he was dating Cameron Diaz. It was around that time in his life. I think that she knows. Hold on one second, guys. She knows. Yeah. Someone's going to be whispering to you too. Oh my gosh, it's called Love Stone. I knew you guys needed to hear this. All right, I gotta talk to you about it because when I saw this, right? When I saw this, but then before it, what was the other card? The Four of Wands is what brought us here. Oh my gosh, and look what I'm seeing. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups. That's a love offer, but very specifically, that is flirtation coming your way. And then I see the Two of Cups. Wow. Definitely a symphony, a symphony, a symphony. The Two of Cups is about a soulmate connection. It's also about mutual feelings, and they're feelings that are shared, and you cannot get away from them. Both of you feel it. The pull is strong, and I think that that's why they're not even letting me find the Four of Wands again, because they're saying, and they're showing me the Six of Cups, even as I'm shuffling. The Six of Cups is about a soulmate connection too, but the Love Stone is so appropriate. And then I just saw the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, and you know what's so funny? I can't even make it up. The Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands were stuck together, okay? The Ace of Wands is very phallic. This is definitely a sexual connection, or it will be, okay? And then the Four of Wands, which we were talking about. So let's talk about Love Stone, and I'll tie it together for you. So this is your symphony, okay? So in the beginning, remember I told you it's like a poppy, synthy, very synth-heavy dance kind of thing. And then he transitions, and I never will forget the transition. It haunted me. There was some music that just sticks with me, and I want you guys to understand that's what's going to be happening. You're going to transition from something that seems like predictable and normal and like your everyday a cappella, and then it's going to turn into this incredible sexy symphony. Let's talk about it. He says, hey, she's freaky and she knows it. She's freaky, but I like it. Yeah, you guys are definitely having sex. Somebody is having sex. Somebody likes that you're sexy. Somebody sees it. Somebody is definitely bringing that out of you. And he says, she grabs a yellow. I'm going to try to like give you sing-songy and not the real thing because his falsetto is too much for me. I cannot even achieve it. But he says, she grabs a yellow bottle. She likes the way it hits her lips. You know what's so funny? Let's talk about it. Yellow. Okay. So I didn't even realize that, girl, because I forgot the first half of the lyrics. I know the second half. So she likes the way it hits her lips. She gets to the bottom. It sends her on a trip so right. She might be going home with me tonight. That's what he says, right? And then he says, and she looks like a model, except she's got a little more ass. Don't we love some good ass, y'all? Don't we love it when we have a good ass, or if you like an ass, you like an ass. Everybody knows what it is to be an ass person. And then he says, don't even bother unless you've got the thing that she likes. Oh, I hope she's going home with me tonight, right? So he's like saying, if you've got swag, if you've got savoir faire, if you've got sexual energy in the air, if you're a teacher, that sexy teacher that we saw earlier, that's the thing that she likes. And he knows. I think that she knows. And that's how he goes into it. He says, hey, those flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit her, I had to stop and stare. She's got me love stone. Man, I swear she's bad and she knows. I think that she knows. So he says, the flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit her, I had to stop and stare. She's got me love stoned. Man, I swear. She's bad and she knows. I think that she knows. Listen, guys, I always talk to you about LGBTQIA and all inclusion. Here's where this benefits you for me to tell a story. Because as a woman, I know what it is to look at a woman and feel that way. So I know what your masculine will look like, meaning look at you like. So if you are a heterosexual woman and that's what you're seeking, I know what it is to have that feeling, to look at a woman and be like, damn, she's bad and she knows. I think that women that are straight even can appreciate and say, like, that's a bad B. I even had a client today who's totally straight, and she was like, I totally edify women, and I love a beautiful woman and a bad B. Like, we were talking about it. She was so cute, young college girl, and it was really funny. But it's true. It reminds me of Jack Harlow. If you guys know this guy, he is a rapper, and he's in his 20s too, and he's a white guy, and he's got so much swag. I remember the first time I heard him, and he was saying it was drip drop. I like the way the drip drop. And also what's popping is another one. But the drip drop is significant here because that's also the beginning. He's talking about being friends with somebody and then evolving into something else. But anyway, guys, it's a fun song. I love that. It's on one of my playlists. It's really enjoyable. But that's before I knew who he was. He caught my attention because of his swag. And the reason that why was I talking about that? He caught my attention because of his swag, but it's because of the energy that someone has that you can just kind of like pay attention. But he often is being complimentary to guys, and people are like, is Jack Harlow gay? He's not. He's just comfortable with his sexuality. So this is not being gay or straight. But as a woman who has loved women, I will tell you that is a feeling that is very pervasive. If you're in a masculine energy, as I have been regarding loving people before, when a woman or a man looks at you that way and they're like, man, she's bad and she knows, right? Like you're sizing someone up. So I know that feeling as a bisexual woman. So I'm telling you, I am excited for you because whoever is looking at you in a way that I can't understand and relate. And I'm like, oh girl, they think you bad. Now I also know what it is to have someone look at me and be like, damn, she's bad and she knows, or she's fine, or she's beautiful, or whatever. So I've got to live both ends of that spectrum. And so I bring to you this message is brought to you by diversity and equality. So I understand what it is to look at someone and be sizing them up like, damn, I like that one. That's mine. That's my type, right? And that's how what Sweetie says. That's my type. So we all have a type. We all have somebody that's like, okay, that's it for the night. But I want to evolve past there, right? We're not just for the nighters anymore, Divine Feminine. We're for lifers, right? But yeah, someone's sizing you up. They want to take you home in the fall. They want to unwrap you. I'm just telling you, y'all, I got to get out of your business. Anyway, let's get back to it. So again, he says those flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit her, I had to stop and stare. She's got me love stone, and man, I swear she's bad and she knows. I think that she knows. And he says she shuts the room down the way she walks and causes a fuss. The baddest in town. She's flawless like some uncut ice. I think she's going home. Or he says, I hope she's going home with me tonight. Someone's hopeful about you, Divine Feminine. Ooh, and this is a card that just fell out on my leg. Come on now. I can't even make it up. Happy success. I'm not even trying to do the readings doing me right now. Oh, they're going to be doing you. Present power. Someone is in their masculine energy for you. Okay, girl, God, whatever. Someone is like, I am hunting. I love it. It's hunting season. And look at the number 2 on there. This is about coupledom and the color yellow, like he talks about, but also our solar plexus. And look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Happy success. And look what color he's wearing. Red. Yeah. flawless like some ice. Someone is going to have success with you. They see you as success. They see having you as success. And someone else is sad. Here's what's happening. Decrease for someone else. That's too bad. I'm going to put that card away because the next card that came up here was this. True love. Let's keep going. I'm telling you no lies. And look, the angels of the four directions are involved with this. This is meant to happen. You cannot avoid it. You can't outrun it. You can ignore it. You can pretend it's not happening. You can suppress the feelings. Oh, I'm here. Hooked on a feeling. High on believing. What is that? That I'm in love with you. This is all the music that I'm channeling. I'm just telling you. Is that Neil Diamond? I don't know. All right, let's continue with the song. And he says, all she wants to do is dance. And that's why you'll find her on the dance floor, but you don't have a chance unless you move the way that she likes. That's why she's going home with me tonight. Divine Feminine, you get to be choosy. You get to be choosy, whether you're sober or boozy. You get to be choosy. Please use discretion and give full consent, but you get to be choosy. Okay? Before, people were making decisions about you. Did they want to have you in a party of 2 or 3? Fuck that. Now it's all about you, Divine Feminine, and what do you want? And who do you want singularly? Because that's how we move. And he says it here. You don't have a chance unless you move the way that she likes. And the masculine who is in present power says, that's why she's going home with me tonight. This is someone who knows what they want. And it's not that they're not taking no for an answer, they're confident, and that's sexy. That's that teacher energy. And then he goes on, he says, those flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit her, I had to stop and stare. She's got me love stone, and man, I swear she's bad and she knows. I think that she knows. And he repeats it. And then he says, now dance. And he says, he's talking here. He's like, you're freaky and I like it. Hot damn. And he says, let me put the funk on it one more time. And then he does it again and again and again. And this is where he takes that chorus that's been poppy and synthy and he turns it into the symphony, the harmony, and he strips it down and then fluffs it up and then imbues it with all the love in his cup. And it's sexy and it's seductive and it's beautiful. And he's hypnotized. That's the word I would like to convey that I never put on it all those years ago when I heard it. He is hypnotized by seeing her dancing. You know that feeling when you've had a few drinks and you're like watching someone that you're into, maybe you're going home with them, maybe you're doing a little fun role play that you're not married or whatever the case may be, and you're playing that game and you're like, this is my person, and like I'm taking them home and they're so hot, and whatever the thing is that's happening with you, and you're like excited, and maybe even it's new, or you're making it new and respicing it up again. Divine Feminine, that's happening to you, because that's what happens in the second half of the song. It stops just being a little funky fun dance song and it turns into a full seduction, and it's amazing. And I remember hearing it and not being drunk or intoxicated and having that feeling of understanding, because I have been in love, what that feels like to look at somebody that way and to want them and to know that they're going home with me. Someone's divine masculine has their eyes set on you. And I don't care what body they show up in. I don't care if it's a divine feminine that has their eyes set on you. I don't care what is happening. I don't care if you want to strip away all the monikers. There are two people here that have decided that each other is the one. Damn all of the rules. Damn all of the naysayers. Damn all of the fun suckers and the party poopers. Damn the haters. Damn society. Someone said you're coming home with me. That's what I just heard. Those flashing lights come from everywhere. The way they hit her, I had to stop and stare. She's got me love stoned. She's got me love stoned. I think that she knows. I think that she knows. Someone's hoping that you don't know. Someone's hoping that you won't go. The tower. This is a disaster for someone else. Someone's watching you fall in love with someone else, Divine Feminine. Can I tell you that? What kind of telenovela do you have going on over there? Can't make it up. Someone that was playing games and that didn't want to come to balance. This is a card of Temperance. This is Sagittarian energy. Someone is watching you rebalance your life. Actually, clarify. Someone's watching you have a new beginning. And someone's watching you be happy AF about it too. You're like, woo! Here we go. One more. She's got me love stone. Ooh. Now this is fascinating to me. Let's talk about its duality, the devil. So remember when I said that the lost card had someone tethered to something? So here's a little throwback to trigger words. Someone wouldn't disconnect from their karmic relationship. Do you see that at the bottom, how they're connected here? And now they're subjugated to a life of hell and unhappiness. It's not at all what they thought. So, for anybody that still has those lingering thoughts about your masculine or whoever did you wrong, distorted person, please know that it went wrong. It's a whole shit show. I have a video up here about it recently called It's a Shit Show over there. I'm telling you, nothing to worry about. But what I like about this, what do you like about the devil, Monette? The devil actually is the number 6, which deals with balance and deals with balance and finances and everything. But there's that red. Remember? Khalees talked about it in her song. And we see it in the cards that were parallel and also in that thread of connection. There's passion here. This is sexual energy. I'm going to clarify it because let's do the duality because there's always light and shadow. The shadow side is the karmic and your ex, whoever, that are tethered together in all of their debauchery and misery. Really, it's not a fun thing. At first it was fun. The devil's cunning that way. Let's clarify the devil for you, though. What's the truth? The Ace of Swords, another phallic symbol. I'm telling you about the sex, y'all. I can't even make it up. The Ace of Swords, ferocious energy, passion, sexuality, fire. Look at that fire that's going across the top of the sword. It's not just a swath of fire, it's a wolf. And I'm hungry like a wolf. Someone's hungry. Oh, there she comes. Watch out, boys. She'll cheer you up. Oh, did you hear that audible sound? Oh, that's someone texting me. I do love an early morning text. Clarify the energy. Someone is strategizing on how to get you. Their fires are burning bright. They don't just want to see you, they want to vet you. Come on, vet you. Yeah, it's a King of Pentacles, somebody who knows what to do. Who will have your heart like a crayon, red like a crayon, drums that you play on. You won't walk away. This person may be a little controlling. I will say this. I'm going to give you a heads up. This is Capricorn energy. This is also Taurus energy. This is also Virgo energy. So these signs can be very controlling. But my God, what a beautiful life. This is trips. This is flying in and out, being flued out, as the kids say. This is all kinds of stuff. This is first class. This is going to play. This is fun. This is travel. Remember I said there was travel involved. Clarify what else my divine feminine needs to know. And now we have collaboration with you. Also, someone's watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yes, somebody is watching you. The Three of Wands would be like YouTube or social media or whatever to the Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. The Three of Wands is someone's waiting to hear from you. So that was Freudian. The Three of Pentacles is that somebody is watching you and they want to work with you. You are being vetted. Somebody has already got I got my eyes set on you. I told you it was going to be musical. Someone's got their eyes set on you already. Okay. This is not your ex. This is a new person. They're watching how you move. I like the way you move. Beep, beep. Yeah. And even Justin sang about liking the way that you move. Someone is literally like watching the way that you move, your humanitarianism, your kindness, the way that you are with your kids, the way that you are with your business, the way that you are with your own personal health regimen, your self-care. All of this stuff is coming into play. People are watching you. They're watching your hair. I'm hearing people care about your hair. I don't know. People are watching all of that stuff. Clarify? Yes, because you're sexy as fuck. The Queen of Wands. I can't make this shit up. The Queen of Wands associated with Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. My sweet Leos. I love you guys. We all are Leo energy when we're burning our fires bright. And what did I say about autumnal, meaning fall? Look at the background. It's not just fire blazing it down and all. It is the fall. So this is definitely confirmation to a fall hookup or connection that's going to blaze your life. This is a sexual one too. This is definitely the prelude to being a wife, a spouse, a booski. Yeah. And that red is now maroon and burgundy, which speaks to me of royalty. It's not just the bright fire engine red. That was there in the beginning with a hand fasting, right? Now this is developed. This is someone that you like. This is someone who has access to you. This is someone whose energy is true and is worthy of you. And they get to unwrap you. Love to see it. One more for my divine feminines. What's the symphony about? Oh, shit. They said you'll have choices and you're going to have to thug it out. Clarify that. Who is that about? Oh, self satisfied. You get to be the person that gets every wish to come true. Prince Ali, Ali is he, Ali Baba. Yeah, you get the genie in the bottle. Never had a friend like me. Someone is coming to set you free from yourself, from your past misery, from being down, depressed, from being a recluse, from the hermit. You will get wishes granted, Nine of Cups, indulgence in the best way, and finally, justice. The scales are balanced. Another hearken to a September kind of October energy. Yes, this is Libra and Libra rules partnership. First, there was a divorce, and that's how we started with loss. That was someone's loss. You were someone's great loss. You are the one who got not divine feminine. I know a lot of you guys do that. They treated me this way, that power. I counsel a lot of you guys. I get to work with a lot of you guys. But I'm gonna tell you something. They are up at night. They can't sleep right. They wish that on you, but it's them that's not sleeping right, boo. I'm up early because I have work to do. It's different. I know what it is to have sleepless nights. And we had those, right? When we weren't being treated right. I remember them. They were authentic. I sleep like a baby now when I sleep. But if I'm on my grind and there's donuts to make, then a little coffee I will take and I get to making the donuts. But for you, my loves, the justice is here. And your angel said, go nuts. We're giving you the pick of the litter, whatever you want, but also we're giving balance to you. This isn't about having a million choices because that's not what divine feminines do. We vet a really good choice and then we commit if we want to. Before you, my whole life was a cappella. Now it's symphonies, the only song I sing. What do my divine feminines need to know about their symphony and the joy it will bring? They said someone's big mad. King of Swords, someone's big mad. That's okay. But guess who's not mad? Guess who has clarity and guess who's happy? You do. And finally, they said, you're gonna lay down your burdens down by the riverside. And what's the card behind it? Lots of choices made someone crazy. They are now crazy. They are now crazy. They are now crazy. And they're missing you. Missing you. With the Ten of Wands here, it's over. You're over it, and that's true. And what do you walk into, Divine Feminine? You walk into your season of being renewed. I love to see it. Can't make it up. Whole deck, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, the ultimate love. Someone's love stoned. They think that you might know, but even if they haven't emerged yet to tell you so, this is an escrow. The Ace of Cups speaks to a wish granted, an ultimate love. This is a replenishment of justice after someone has taken away something, but maybe it was never meant to stay. This, what you're getting, is the real thing. Before them, Divine Feminine, your whole life was a cappella, but soon a symphony will be all you can sing. Welcome to your kaleidoscope, to the rainbow, and to all the joy a real true Kundalini tantric love can bring. Intimacy into me see. That, Divine Feminine, is your destiny. And I sing a symphony with you. So good to share energy with you today. Come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.